of cash flow coming in every single day, and that's what this podcast is gonna be about.
That's exciting. Yes, I know that we've been kind of discussing lifestyle a lot, the importance of the passive income, monthly recurring revenue, whether you are hands on or working 3 hours or working 30 hours, right? So
hmm
tell me a little bit more about when did you discover this and why is this important, MRR, passive income?
Well, I mean, so for me in my journey, I realized that I had to work every single, like if I wanted to take some time off in working a 9 to 5 job, I have to put in like a request, right? So I'm gonna ask my boss and say, hey, can I take some time off to so that way I can spend time with my family, go on vacation, and things of that nature. Like for example, you and I have our honeymoon coming up in 3 weeks, or yeah, less than 3 weeks. And I know for a fact, certainly, that we're going to be still getting paid during those 3 weeks, during that time that we're on our honeymoon, right? We're going to be going to Hawaii. And years ago, I couldn't fathom that because my lifestyle at the time, years ago, consisted of I would have to put in a 2 week request or whatever 2 month request, whatever the time frame is. I think 2 weeks is when you get fired, or is when you terminate. I think you have to put in a request beforehand, and that was 10 years ago, and I would work this a job and I would put in the request to get some time off, and then during that time off I was not getting paid, right? So I realized I was paying twice to take a vacation. So for example is I take the time off and I have to pay for like the travel, the flight, the hotel, whatever that may look like to travel, so I'm coming out of pocket. And then because that entire week I wasn't getting paid, then what I really realized is that I'm paying to the travel expenses, but I'm also not getting paid. So I'm really paying twice. So that was the eye opener for me when I realized like, hey, I want to start creating some money that I don't own, that I can make passively. Then I started a job. I started a business. From that business, I was selling high ticket products, high ticket services. But even that was very similar to a job. Like if I don't make money or I don't make sales, I don't get paid. So I realized the only way that I can be on vacation, like we're about to have, and still get paid is if I have some passive income, recurring revenue coming in every single month that didn't depend on me working or not.
Right. So what you're hinting towards is that freedom of, especially as a business owner, or even when I was in corporate, it's that you have money coming in regardless of whether you are actively every day showing up physically and all those items. So would you say that, well, number one, is passive income even feasible? Because I've heard this a lot. Like you could do passive income via real estate. And then they're like, not really, because then you need to be checking on it and you need to fix things. So do you believe passive income is number one achievable, where you really kind of set it and forget it and you're just collecting the money? Is that still achievable in current times?
I wouldn't say set it and forget it. I would say anything that you don't put attention on, you lose. So in any business, if you remove attention from it, you you're going to lose it. And it's like money. If you put money in the bank account, man, you're going to forget that it's there, and then over time, it's going to get swallowed up by taxes and so on and so forth, right? So you want to have attention where you're making money on. Now, how much attention? That's another question, right? You want to have how much attention is another question. So you never want to have this concept of like, I'm just going to buy a house and never going to have to do anything to the house and never going to have to upgrade it. It's just the fact of the matter is like the amount of attention that you have to put on is minimal compared to a job. Like at a 40, with a job, you have to put 40 hours of attention on it per week plus travel time, right? So if it takes you 30 minutes to travel to the office, 30 minutes to travel back, that's an hour a day times 5 days. That's 5 hours a week plus the 40. So you're working at minimum 45 hours to for your main income if you're working a 9 to 5 today, if you're working a corporate job. But let's say, for example, in Progretta, and I'm going to share to you for people here about our 50/50 revenue share plan where you can become a 50% affiliate with Progretta. And at Progretta, we sell a software, and that software has a monthly subscription attached to it. And so, say, for example, our most popular plan is our $400 plan, which is called Platinum. And for $400 a month, you get half of that. So you're getting almost $200 coming in And we put all the attention for it. You get the customer, and we put all the attention on maintaining that customer, maintaining the relationship, training, educating that customer on how to use a marketing automation CRM. So it can be completely passive for you because somebody's putting attention on it. It just happens to be myself and my team who's putting attention on that customer every single month, and you get half of the recurring revenue every single month. So in real estate, you're gonna have to put attention on it. You're gonna have to make sure that no one's stealing, no one is breaking into your property, your customers are paying, so on and so forth. That's a job. That's a job. On the other side, in selling software, we put the attention on it for you, so that way you don't have to. Now, in real estate, you can hire other people to put attention on it for you, right? And then now you're paying a cost. In this scenario, we become partners, and then we put the attention on the customers, so that way you just focus on creating monthly recurring revenue for yourself.
Right, right. So, and going back to what you mentioned here about like a 50-50 with Progretta or a partnership or affiliate, then that's very common. I mean, affiliate is not a new term in the business world. It's essentially you sell the product through your network, your resources, your ability to reach a certain group of people, and you get a percentage of that. I haven't heard
Mm-hmm.
of 50%, so that's really good. Usually they're like 10%, 12%, 8%. Because
Yeah.
I've even had people reach out to me before when I was in the fitness space, like, hey, you get X% if you promote a protein shake or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I never did it because to me I was like 8%, 12%. It's not just, and it's not MRR. It's just a one time, But tell me a little bit more about a Progretta affiliate that gets 50%. Let's say back in the day when I was working corporate, I worked 9 to 5. I had a salary and I had a very kind of set schedule. What would my journey be like as a affiliate on making MRR happen as I transition kind of from like, hey, I have a full-time job, but I don't love it and I want to make 10K a month. That would replace my corporate and make me very comfortable. What would my journey be like as an affiliate?
That's a great question. Well, let's backtrack and let's discuss what is monthly recurring revenue. We're talking about it like it's second nature, but let's identify what that is. Monthly recurring revenue, there's two ways that you can get it. You can create income. You can create it one time, or you can have it come over time. And I like the one that's overtime. And what that looks like is very similar to like you paying your cell phone bill. When you pay your cell phone bill, do you think about shutting it off once every month? No, right? When you think about a cell phone bill, you're like, I know as soon as I get it, I'm gonna pay for it every single month. Why? Because I want to stay in contact. I want to stay in contact with my family, my friends, my coworkers. I want to stay active on social media. I want to connect to the internet, and I want to have it mobile. So I'm gonna pay my cell phone bill. Most people would rather would skip a meal before they cancel their cell phone bill for the entire month. Like there are people who are just gonna say, you know what, I'm just not gonna eat my next meal. I'll skip that and I'll just pay my cell phone bill. That's how important it is for people to stay connected. So what I learned so if I'm the youngest T-Mobile cell phone dealer in the youngest franchise. At 19 years old, I opened up my first T-Mobile location. By 21, I had 4 locations with them. And what I realized that I was doing is I was selling cell phones, and I thought that that was the coolest thing. But what I was doing was creating monthly recurring revenue for T-Mobile. So I would sell a cell phone, let's say the latest iPhone, $699. My store would buy that iPhone for $610, and then we would sell it for $699. So we would make an $80 profit, plus we would get like a commission on whichever plan was sold. So let's say that it was a $60 plan, $60 a month plan. We would get, for example, $50 out of that $60. So for one phone, we would get, let's say, $80 profit from the iPhone itself, and then from the iPhone sale itself, and then I would also get a commission of like $60 for or $50 for the first month. So I'm making a couple $100 selling all these phones month and month, but every single month I had to go ahead and sell a new phone to make income. Every single month I had to sell more than every single month. Every week I had to sell phones. Then what I realized that I was doing is T-Mobile, what they were getting every single month, they were getting a check or a credit card transaction of money coming in because Andy sold that phone and Andy sold that phone, and that customer pays him every single month. Whether they're sick, whether they're tired, whether they're in the hospital, whether they're at work, whether they don't work, whether they're having challenges with finances, or they're not having challenges with finances, or they're rich, they're poor, whatever, they paid their cell phone bill. So that when someone is paying for something over time, that's called monthly recurring revenue. If you're the business that's receiving that, that's called monthly recurring revenue. So for years, I was doing that with T-Mobile, getting selling cell phones, but I wasn't getting the monthly recurring revenue. T-Mobile was, the big company was, and that's how they became big. Me, the small guy who was a cell phone dealer, I was just having to sell cell phones every month, just figure out how to sell cell phones. How do I sell a new phone? How do I sell a new phone? How do I sell a new phone to make ends meet? But the big company was getting monthly recurring revenue. So over the years, I started to identify what you want to create is sticky products. You want to sell sticky products, things that people will stay on, like a cell phone. They're going to stay 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. I mean, I've had the same cell phone number since 2005, right? So nearly 20 years. I've had the same cell phone number since 2005, the same phone number I've had. So I'm paying my cell phone bill every single month. I never want to lose that number, right? So that's a sticky product because that means over 20 years I've been paying the cell phone bill in the scenario. So I share with you that you want to identify what's sticky in monthly recurring revenue. And today, for small businesses, the stickiest product is going to be the software that they run their business on. So where their website is hosted, where their emails are sent from, where their phone number for their business is hosted, where their domain for their website is hosted on, then where the contacts, the name, email, and phone number of their potential and current customers are hosted. That's called a CRM. So when a small business, they're not gonna they're gonna cancel their rent, they're gonna cancel their lease, they'll cancel they'll fire employees before they ever let up their CRM, before they cancel their subscription to the CRM. Why? Because that's the center, that's the nucleus of their business. So you want to sell something that's going to be very valuable to the business owner, and they're going to pay for it every single month, regardless of the scenario. That means you always have money coming in. And that's why I chose to be in the software industry, because it's something that's sticky. It's something that's very sticky, and it's a decent amount of recurring revenue. So that's what I mean by monthly recurring revenue. It's something that someone pays every single month.
Right. And like you said, I mean, once a business has their leads on there, their emails, the phone number, I mean, they set up their employees on there, their calendar on there. This is something that they will be logging into every day, just how we use our cell phones, right? We use our cell phones every day, every morning. It's probably the first thing that we grab onto. We take it everywhere with us. So that's how Progretta is for a business owner. It's an everyday use, not one of those random things like, oh, I used it once every 6 months. Is that what you mean by sticky? There's a use function, and it solves the problem.
Exactly. So that this is something that people are using that people are using regularly. So what creates stickiness is usage and the longevity on the platform or on the product and how long they're paying for. So the average time for a software for cancellation for business software is anywhere between 4 to 5 years of cancellation. And that's usually because the software company is not evolving with time. So for example, at Progretta, we're consistently evolving, so that way our customers stay with us 10, 15, 20 years. And so that way they're paying. So for example, most recently, we've adopted AI, and we're heavily involved in artificial intelligence to help small businesses utilize it. So there are CRMs out there, software, and a CRM, what that is a customer relationship management software, the tool that businesses use to manage all their contacts, their customers, calendar, so on and so forth. And a business needs a central focal point of where their finances are managed, where they take payment, where they send invoices from, where they communicate with customers, where they send emails to customers. So if I'm a small business owner, I want to be able to log into a platform and be able to say, okay, find John. How much has John spent with us since he's been a lead customer? Where did he come from? Did he come from social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter? Where did he come from? How long have we been marketing to him? And when was the first email we sent to John ever, whether it was years ago or months ago? Where was the last email? Show me the recordings of every interaction that we've had. Show me the recording of the phone calls that we've had with him. And that's what Progretta does for our customers, right? So our customers are able to log in and see all of this data on their customers. And so they pay a subscription anywhere between $199 a month to $750 per month to have access to this one platform that really houses their business. And the reason that someone is wants to sell Progretta is because when they get a business, when they have a business owner utilizing our technology, the value for them as the affiliate is they get half of that monthly recurring every single month. So let's say, for example, they sell the $399 plan. Well, they're going to be getting essentially almost $200 every single month that that person uses the platform. And our team is doing the onboarding, they're doing the retention, they're teaching the customer how to use it, they're doing a bi-weekly training calls for the customer, they have a dedicated customer success manager, and so much more.
Gotcha. So this sounds like a great opportunity for someone that already has done sales before, or even if you haven't done sales, but if you want to have a mid-ticket product, which is about $400, and not only as an affiliate, do they get that one time for that first sign up, or it's every month the customer stays on? Is that how that would work?
Every month that the customer uses the platform. And we do 95% of the work where once you get the customer to do a trial, just even try the software, right? So as a Progretta 50/50 affiliate, you get a landing page that our team designs for you, and your customer will go to that web page. And when they go to that web page, they'll sign up, and it'll be your dedicated web page. So that way, every sale that comes out of that web page is tracked back to you, and you get 50%. And every time that someone signs up, you get the first month, you get the second month, the third month, the fifth month, the 10th month, the 12th month. Every single month that they pay, you get half of it. And what's really cool about this is a tool that businesses need in general. They're already looking online today for softwares. They're already looking online for different tools. They're already looking online for, hey, where do I build websites at? What platform can I use to build funnels? And rather than you saying, oh, just go to this other platform that I heard of, you can share a specific platform that you are confident with and that you get a commission on every single month and that you're familiar with, right? So they're already looking for the tool, right? Businesses need a platform to be able to make phone calls to their customers. They already need that. I mean, think about AT&T, right? So if you have a friend who's using AT&T or who's using Vonage or who's using some type of business phone line system like CallRail or something of that nature, like using one of those platforms, well, instead of you paying $180 on that platform per line, we have another platform for you to use that will be your business phone line plus your CRM, plus your email marketing tool, plus your text message marketing system, plus your website manager, and so much more. And the business owner can log in, and the entire team of that business can log in. And it's one place of truth for that entire business. That business owner already needs that type of platform in the first place. They already need something like this. Because usually what a small business owner has, they have the Excel spreadsheet, they have the book, they have the QuickBooks, they have the text messaging platform, they have Google for the email platform or Outlook, and they have all of these different platforms in all of these different areas, and they're not all the time organized. So what's valuable for them is you're going to give them a tool that's going to organize them. Number two, you're going to consolidate all of their billing, right? So if they are currently paying AT&T for the phone for their cell phone, we just signed up a client who's now paying us. They joined us on the $749 plan, and they were a hair salon. And the way that the hair salon worked is that everyone had all their hair salons had an iPhone that looked like this, and they would just pass the iPhone. So the hair salon would come in, get a phone call, and then they'll say, "Thank you so much for calling so hair salon. How can I help you?" And then they would say, "Is Deborah available?" And they'll say, "Oh, 1 second," and then they'll mute the iPhone. They'll go to Deborah and say, "Hey, Deborah, you got a call on the iPhone." They throw Deborah the iPhone, and Deborah says, "Hey, thank you so much for calling so hair salon. This is Deborah. How can I help you?" And then Deborah will talk to the customer. While Deborah's on the phone with a customer, another customer calls. And the Deborah says, "Hold on one second, I got a phone call coming in." And they would play this back and forth. And this client was paying just under $400 a month, just under $400 a month for all of this technology, which is just one iPhone. And so what we did when we got her Progretta, the salon owner was ecstatic. She was like, "This is exactly what I needed." Because what Progretta does is everyone can download the mobile app and everyone can make phone calls from the business phone line. So now Deborah has on her personal phone, she now has the business phone line downloaded with the Progretta mobile app. And anytime the phone call comes in, it can get routed to Deborah. Deborah picks up. But guess what? When someone else calls in, it goes to Janice's phone as well. And they're all calling the business phone line using the Progretta mobile app. So now this business owner, not only did we solve the issue with their phone, but we also solved the fact that they now have a website with Progretta. Their calendar system is built inside of Progretta. All their contacts, their email marketing newsletter, their social media posting is all built in Progretta. So they have a team member that takes all these photos, they upload it to Progretta, and they schedule the post on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and so forth, all in one platform. So Progretta really is that all-in-one platform. This business owner says this is the best $749 that they spent. And I want you to imagine this. If you were the one to connect that business owner to Progretta, you would be making 50% of that. So if we do the math, $749, that's our highest plan, which is called the Diamond, divided by 2, that's $374.50. So you, as an Progretta 50/50 affiliate, you would be making $374.50 every single month that this person uses the software. And how many businesses are like that? Well, there's 30 million businesses in America today. Well, we know that at least 150 of them need some type of technology. That's a tiny bit, but at least 150 of them need this type of technology. If you were to connect 150 of them to Progretta, you would make $56,000 a month in commission. But if we do the math, even if you just connected 26 of them, you would be making $10,000 a month in commission net straight to your bank account. If you brought in between 26 and 27 customers on the Diamond plan with Progretta. So if you just connected literally 26 customers to Progretta and just got them to try Progretta, our team will do all the rest. Our team will guide them on how to use the software, how to onboard them. Our team will show them on how the software works. We'll set up their phone numbers. We'll show them how to set up their website, set up their domain. We guide them, and we have bi-weekly calls with them, guiding them on how to maximize the use of the software. And all you did was have them try Progretta for free. So you'll have like a free trial link, and then it'll be assigned to you. And every time someone signs up to that, you make passive income.
That's amazing. And I think you already mentioned it, but I was actually going to ask if there's a cap, because if all an affiliate partner has to do is connect with business owners, sign them up, what if someone takes this and runs with it? They're like, I'm going to make so much money doing this. Is there a cap on how many they can sign up or do trials on?
That's a great question. And I know other affiliate, other software companies typically give a cap. It could be in the 5 figures, it could be in the 6 figures. At Progretta, there's no cap. You have unlimited income potential with Progretta. And so you can feel free to run with this and help other businesses. That's what you're doing is you're helping businesses, small organizations. They're so focused on running their business. Like the hair salon stylist, they're so I was introduced to that person because that person is just so focused on running their business every single week. They don't have time to go online and search, what platform should I use? Is there a platform? What they know is, hey, I know that I can use an iPhone. So, and she had all her customer contact details on an iPhone, and everyone is in the salon is like just texting the same, their customers, and it was a wreck. But they were able to get tremendously organized, and we supported all of their stylists to utilize the app. We did a huge onboarding for everyone in the salon, and we set them all up. So there is no cap for you on how much income that you can make, and just know that there are small businesses that are in need of this technology. And if you're the one that just says, hey, This is how you use it. This is the platform. They will onboard you. They'll show you how to use it. You can become a Progretta 50/50 affiliate and make 50% commission. Because that, I wish I had that when I started. That's what the direction I would have gone. But knowing what I know now, this is the best opportunity to get started in creating monthly recurring revenue, especially if you're looking to create a side hustle.
Yes, I was actually going to mention that. I mean, it's not that someone has to, they can decide, of course, do they want to do this 100% or do they want to do this in addition to anything else they have going on? So I think you mentioned it earlier. It's if you put in 5 hours and if you can reach a couple a week, that's perfect because it's going to stack up. You're going to get every month that the customer stays on. So you could start with 5 a month, and then the next month you're going to add five more, and before you know it, you might have 20 people. I mean, I'm sure people can
Let's use
get.
this, as you were saying.
I say I'm sure people could get 5 a week, even if they have another full-time job or have another business, because they don't have inventory. You could do calls on your time that you can do weekends, you could do evenings, you could do on your lunch, things like that.
Yeah, if I was a small, if I was as a 50/50 affiliate, one of the things that I would do, I mean, is I would go to networking events. Let's say if I was working a 9 to 5 job, I would go to networking events on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and go meet with business owners. And then now here's what's really cool as a 50/50 affiliate. We actually set you up with a demo webpage where my team, either me or someone on my team, will do a demonstration for them, and it's a pre-recorded video. And so they go to your webpage. Let's say, for example, mine is progretta.com/my name, and then on that webpage, they actually, is it okay if I share my screen here and I show a demonstration?
Yeah, I should let you share.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen here of Brian here. So let me click share. And so Brian, the way that it works for him, he just signed a couple people up this way. Is so do you see Brian's webpage? So
Yes, I do. It's beautiful.
in Brian's webpage here, when someone clicks here, so he sends people to this webpage and it'll show what Progretta is and the value of Progretta. And then it'll just say, let's say his friend says, I'm gonna try Progretta for free. So they click on try Progretta for free. As soon as they click this link here, it is actually tracking back to Brian's affiliate link. So if I were to sign up on this webpage here, and the cost of the plan, this plan is $399 per month here on the 399 plan, he would be getting 50% of the commission. Now, what's also cool is if I click on here where it says watch live demonstration, when someone clicks watch live demonstration, they can actually enter the information and watch a live demonstration of what the software looks like. And I'm the host, and it happens actually daily. It's a pre-recorded video. So in this scenario, we have one that's going to happen in 7 minutes. And what happens is that person can watch that presentation and watch it for a full hour and a half of how it works, and then they can make a decision to buy. And Brian gets the commission every single month. So Brian, for example, most recently he went and met up with 2 individuals, and those people said, "Hey, what software can I use to organize my business?" And he said, "I use Progretta. You should use Progretta. Go to my webpage, progretta.com." And then it was his name, and his friends went to that webpage, put in their name, email, phone number, watched the presentation, and said, "Oh my goodness, I need this." They purchased it, and he gets paid every single month. And so just like that, and our team does the onboarding, our team does the fulfillment, our team does retention, our team manages billing, because over the years I built a system for that. So one of the things that you mentioned is, well, if I did this part time, let's say I got 5 on a weekend, a 5, businesses already are willing to pay for this type of technology. This is a normal cost for businesses. This is very much normal to have a CRM so that way they can manage their customers. This is very normal. So let's say on the 399 plan, which is our most popular, businesses come in and when they choose, they're like, "Hey, I need at least get the middle one, which is the platinum." So we have 3. Get the middle one, which is the platinum, which is 399. Out of the 399, you get 50% of it. So out of the $399, you're going to be making $199.50. So let's just round up to $200. So you make $200 per customer. If you were to get 5 in a month, you just added $1,000 a monthly recurring revenue to your income. Okay, to your income, because you get 5. You get out of the $400, you get half, $200 per customer, $200 a customer, and you multiply that by 5. That's $1,000 that you just added to your income for a tool that a small business owner already needs. A small business owner wants. The challenge for them is they're so busy running their business, they don't have time to go search and look and vet and understand. That's why when you bring it up to their attention, they're like, look, this is a no-brainer. I already need this and I want this. And if I can cancel my cell phone bill, cancel my website, my monthly website bill, if I can cancel my domain bill, if I can cancel my current CRM, cancel my email marketing tool, and cancel my social media marketing manager, because it's all involved in one software and AI does majority of the work for me. Instead of me paying thousands to all of this, I can only pay $399 to one platform. That's a no-brainer. And they're going to thank you for guiding them and showing them that what the software is. When they buy with your link, you get half of that. So 5 customers paying $399, you get half of that. You would essentially be making $1,000 in monthly recurring revenue. And our team will do the onboarding, the retention, the billing, the management of the customer to make sure that they really maximize the use of the software. And if you did that for 5 months straight in a 5-month time frame, you would be making $5,000 in monthly recurring revenue. If you did this for 10 months straight, you'll be making $10,000 a month in monthly recurring revenue. And that's just working on the weekends. That's just sharing, connecting with business owners. Like I would just go to networking events and say, hey, check out my Progretta webpage. There's a video demonstration of how it works. Click on that. If you like it, buy it. If you don't, no worries. And our automations do all the rest for you to help you create that monthly recurring revenue.
Definitely. I mean, I think too, it's just an opportunity for more people, like the business owners, to serve them and help them. Because I mean, I used to run a gym, and when I was director, I don't remember the exact numbers, but there was at least like 6 different softwares, and they all added up to more than $8,000 a month in expenses. Because when you add up what Progretta does, so there was one software for the texting and emailing. There was another one just for the invoicing, membership management. There was another one for the social
Yeah.
media person. So they had to go on, log into all the different pages, and things like that. So when business owner has everything outsourced separately, not only do they pay more, but it's also harder to track everything. Versus Progretta, they're going to see it all in one place. So I can only imagine if somebody would have came to me, that was in 2020, 2019, I was in that gym. And if they would have knocked on that door and said, hey, I have Progretta, would you do this? I would have been like, you're telling me I would pay $399? Like right now I used to pay, at that moment I was paying like $3,000 just for the texting and the emailing. Imagine. I
Yes.
would have been like, sign me up right now.
That would have been that would have been nuts, man. And compared to today where the technology exists, that's all you need is just one software.
Well, this sounds like a great opportunity. I mean, an amazing opportunity because there is no inventory. It's easy, like you said, you can go evening events, weekends, people, business owners that you already know. It's when someone asks a suggestion, you can refer them over to Progretta. So I know there's a lot more we cannot cover in just one episode, but what is the best way for someone to get more information so that they can learn more about the possibilities and the options?
The best way is to join us or to learn more, go to progretta.com/50, progreda.com/50. So progretta.com/50. Progretta is actually 2 words together, like progress daily. We just took away the SS and the ILY at the end. So progretta.com/50. And you can actually learn more. There's a whole video and a training that explains how this all works and gives you opportunity to sign up.
Yes. So go ahead and visit the website. We'll link it on descriptions as well. And I do want to add one more thing for anybody that speaks multiple language like me, Spanish, you can also become an affiliate. Brian is primarily like Hispanic customers. Is that correct? And like if I
Yes.
had Spanish speaking business owners that I wanted to sign up, that would work because Progretta set up where other languages could also use it. Am I correct in that?
Yes, you can be Spanish. Actually, Progretta is multilingual. We have multiple languages, so you can put Progretta in Spanish. You can do it in Tagalog in the Philippines. You can do it in Haitian Creole. So we have multiple language of Progretta. So and then we have a team. We typically have a team member who's able to support you to onboard your customer if they speak a different language.
Yeah, what an amazing opportunity. I mean, definitely great opportunity. So go ahead and visit progretta.com/50, and we'll continue to share more opportunity information in future podcasts. Have a great rest of your day.
Yes.